main character, he decides the only way he can get away from this servant who's trying to collect him to take him to his supposed children is by transforming into a fish. So he tells the servant, hey, my husband has this fish that he absolutely adores and absolutely loves. He takes it with him wherever he goes. I'll hand you over the fish so you can take it to my children because my children also adore the fish. The servant agrees, so the main character transforms into a fish, hands himself over to the servant. I was a little confused about that, but yes, the servant gets hold of the main character's fish self. And when the main character is thinking, oh, I can escape, I can, break down the glass on the little thing that I'm traveling in and escape through the water paths. Except that doesn't happen the way he has hoped because, the sixth prince, who had been freed from his captured, is there walking around, sees the fish, recognizes the fish, and goes, give me the fish. I am not kidding. The main character's plan is not going the way he wants, which never goes the way he wants anyways. He really needs to think things through a little more. The sixth prince takes the main character where the emperor, the princes, the Meli, the macresses, and concubines are being kept. The sixth prince's mother reveals her true identity in front of everyone, that she was the consort that died all those years ago, that she did everything she did to get revenge on the emperor for attacking her country and taking over her country, even though her country was the one who attacked first and threatened first. Yeah, she doesn't really have big excuses. You're gonna attack, your country's gonna get attacked back. That's how it works. But yeah, she says she did everything for those reasons. When her assassination attempt failed the first time around and she was imprisoned, a servant tried stealing from her. She kills the servant, takes over the servant's identity, returns to the empress's palace because the servant was from the empress's palace. She sees the first prince die. He dies accidentally. No one actually killed him. She wasn't involved in his death, but when she realizes the effect it has on the emperor, she goes, ooh, I have a plan. She sees the ex-wet nurse taking care of the fourth prince and puts the extra ingredient in the wet nurse's medicine because the wet nurse takes medicine. And she's like, oh, this is perfect. The ex-wet nurse accidentally murders the fourth prince as an accidental accomplishment. When the fifth prince was, when the empress was pregnant with the fifth prince, she was poisoning the empress, thinking I can kill two at once, or at least kill the fifth prince while the empress is pregnant with the fifth prince. That's why the empress became badly sick after the fifth prince was born. The fifth prince instead was born mute. This was still perfect for the sixth prince's mother, but she still tried killing him, still tried weakening by doing the same thing she did with the fourth prince by poisoning the ex-wet nurse. Well, the ex-wet nurse realizes what's going on, tries to fight back, but is blackmailed, is forced to still take the poison. This is what the scene we saw during book 2. Well, the ex-wet nurse, who absolutely does not want to be an accomplice involved in another prince's death, does the whole leaving the window open to make the fifth prince sick, to bring attention to the fifth prince, and that gets her thrown out of the palace so she can't be used against the fifth prince anymore. She still dies by the poison. I feel so bad for that woman. I really do. She really did, like I thought originally, she did do what she did to try to protect the fifth prince. So yes, the sixth prince's mother was involved in the deaths of the fourth prince, the empress, and the attempted murder of the Meli throughout his entire life, and the reason why the Meli was born mute. The emperor is very disgusted and very displeased by this, and I can't blame him. And she reveals that she used his time when he was mourning over his wife's death to, put him to sleep and make it look like they had slept together so she can be put back into his harem. And that the sixth prince isn't even his bio child. I am not kidding. The sixth prince is not his bio child. He's a relative of the emperor, but he is not the emperor's bio child. He was somebody she collected on the way to use as a puppet for the throne. So when Melody tries using him as a hostage, it doesn't go the way they hoped, and she murders him. She full-on murders him when she's revealing that no, he is not her son. Also, there is a scene where the main character fish slaps him, and I love it. When he's trying to use the main character as a hostage against the Melody, the main character does fish slap him, and I fucking love that. I love it. But yes, the Melody just tried using the Sixth Prince as a hostage, but she murders him. Full-on murders him. The Sixth Prince dies. So when the Sixth Prince's mother is not looking or not in the same room as them, the Emperor reveals that he has the military talisman on hand, hands it over to the Melody, who the Melody hands it over to the main character's fish form, gets the main character into the water pass, and the main character escapes that way. Now the main character comes across some guards and like, how am I gonna escape when these guards are looking? This is when the second prince's mother's cat jumps into the picture and keeps the guards, distracted so the main character could escape more and get to the Melody's maternal home. There, the main character hands over the talisman to the cousin, grandfather, and the Melody's paternal uncle, who leads the military to save the emperor and the rest of the royal children. The scene is not very long. It takes barely a couple chapters, not even a full couple chapters. And the main character spends a lot of time as a fish. Somehow he does not get caught as a fish while doing all of this, but yes, this happened. Also, I forgot to say this, during this whole event, the main character is full-on pregnant with her daughter. And I've been concerned for the baby. Like, I wasn't concerned for anybody but for the baby. I was like, is baby gonna be fine? Is baby gonna be fine? Like, is he gonna accidentally... Like, I was scared. I was worried and concerned for the baby. The Sixth Prince's family, who were already turned slaves, are now more severely punished. They're made to guard the Empress's tomb for the rest of their lives and their future generations' lives for the actions of the Sixth Prince's mother. She does end up dying. She commits suicide while trying to take out the Emperor and the Melody, but the Melody knows about their way of committing suicide and is able to protect them, so she does die, and her royal family are made to be guarding the Empress's tomb for the rest of their lives and their generations' lives. The Emperor reveals to the Melody that he is his chosen heir, that he is the crown prince, and he gives the Melody more work. Basically, he's like, here's the work and duties of the crown prince. Here's some of the duties I do. I'm not in the greatest health. You're going to help me take care of my duties. I am not kidding. So the Melody spends from dusk to dawn taking care of work. Now, he does get out of doing the work sooner or later by telling the Emperor that the main character is pregnant and he needs to be by the main character's side, and the Emperor is super excited for more grandbabies, so he's like, yeah, go back. Go take care of your wife. Go dote on your wife. What are you doing here? Go take care of him. You have babies to take care of. Go. He deserves to be doted on. I also will say this, I felt so terrible for the Emperor. Like, he blames himself for the fourth prince's and the Empress's deaths. Like, if he actually made sure the Sixth Prince's mother was dead, made fairly sure that they couldn't do anything, they could have lived and they could have not died, and he blames himself over it. And I feel super bad for him because yes, he could have made sure she was dead or made sure her entire family and her had been executed when they tried attacking the country and failed to attack the country. And he took over their country. He should have wiped out the royal family then and there, but he wanted to give them a chance and still gave them a chance after she tried assassinating them. Like, this man tried to be a just ruler and it backstabbed him terribly.